When you mentioned the Google document, we have an engineer who was apparently fired, and I find this amusing. I'll see how you react to it. The company's diversity efforts, he said, have created a politically correct monoculture that maintains its hold by shaming dissenters into silence. He got fired. Doesn't that prove his point?
Well, it certainly goes some ways to proving his point. I mean, the Google CEO, in his very mealy-mouthed response to the memo, also said that Google supports the right of its employees to free expression, but there's the inevitable but, and of course they fired him. And the CEO of YouTube also made a comment about the memo where she claimed that people may have the right to express their opinion in public, which I thought was very, what would you call it? Patriotic of her. How about if we put it that way? And said that she suffered pain as a consequence of reading the memo, because there's hardly anyone on the planet who's more oppressed than the female CEO of YouTube. So it's pretty appalling. And like, I went through James Damore's memo in some detail. I interviewed him, as you may know, and I guess the reason for that in part was because he had been influenced by my videos with regards to some of the content in his memo. And we went through it point by point, and I documented his scientific claims, let's say, on the video. I put up 32 references from thoroughly peer-reviewed papers from respectable and reputable journals, indicating that virtually every one of his claims was at least founded in a substantive scientific literature. That doesn't mean they were correct, right? Because scientists make mistakes too.
Okay.
But it certainly means that he wasn't just flying off the handle and distributing random opinions. He wasn't doing that at all. And he also made some very constructive suggestions, and this is an important point, is there are pronounced biological differences between men and women, obviously, and some of those are psychological and as well as purely physical. And that means that men and women are going to sort themselves out differently in the employment world, and that's already happening very, very rapidly. So, for example, you see that with regards to the overwhelming representation of women in the healthcare domains. And that's something that's increasing and accelerating. And the still dominant position of men in the STEM fields. A lot of that, I believe, is a consequence of the free expression of innate biological differences. If we took these biological differences seriously, we could start to consider how our employment categories might be constructed to maximize the fit for every productive person in our society, and that would be a much more intelligent way to do it. So because society wants to exploit competent people, and we want individuals to have the full range of opportunity to prosper and also to contribute socially. And that means that it's useful to take their differences both seriously and positively. But for all the left's rampant tantrum about diversity, whenever anyone points out that there are actually differences between people, they have a fit. And that, I think, is an indication of the depth of their own unanswered, own unrecognized, deep unrecognized prejudice. Everyone has to be the same.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.